Alrighty, I'm back. So hopefully your discussion was helpful. I feel like my head's really big in the screen. So here's kind of like how I would show you how this damage. Like if I don't really embrace that I'm a gift, let me show you how this kind of brings about major damage. So part of God gifting us is so that we can serve others with how God's gifted us, as well as I think it brings about just a joy in our hearts and our lives when we're able to step in and use the gifts that God's given to us. But ultimately, we are using those gifts to serve other people. So if I don't receive or step into the truth that I am a gift, then listen to what I'm saying. I will use my gifts to prove that I am a gift. And that therefore makes me dependent on other people affirming my value. So in essence, I'm therefore using my gift not to serve others, but I'm using my gift to serve myself. Does that make sense to you? I'll say that again. I know it sounds like a lot, but look, if I don't receive the truth and step into this and live out of this reality that I am a gift, then I will use my gifts that God has given me in order to get from others to tell me of my value and my worth and that I'm gifted. And so in the end, what I'm doing then is I'm using my gift not to serve other people, but I'm ultimately using my gift to serve myself. But Jesus has a better way, as he always does. And the better way is to step in that I'm a gift. And when I step into that reality, then I'm able to use my gift in such a way that it genuinely serves other people. It frees me to be able to love and serve others without this attachment that I've got to get you to value me back, because my value and my worth is given to me through my relationship with Jesus Christ. All right, so that's number one. You're a gift. All right, you got that? Awesome. Number two, the second little word that's kind of helping us step into our own skin, so to speak. All right, here's my second word, and I'm going to have to erase it just a second. All right, here you go. Ready? Here we go. So second word, hopefully you guys can see that. Can you see that? Hello? All right, awesome. Here we go. Second word. Can we see that? Yes. All right. Now, what's that say? That's right. Envy. I feel like okay. You guys probably don't remember Blue's Clues, but that's what I remember. Envy. So here's what I mean by this. Okay. So the word envy, what I'm trying to get across is that envy is the enemy from, number one, you stepping in and being yourself and being comfortable in your own skin, as well as it's the number one enemy to you stepping in and using your gifts. Okay, so envy is the vice, so to speak, that keeps you from being content and satisfied with how God's created you and put you together, as well as it's the enemy that hinders you from stepping in and using your gifts. Now, let me kind of explain that, all right? So what I mean by that, and hopefully you guys know what envy is. Envy is where you want something that someone else has. And so usually we think of envy as like more materialistic in nature. And so we think, like, hey, I want that kind of phone, or I want, that kind of, car, or I want whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Usually we look at it from a materialistic perspective, and whenever we don't necessarily struggle with the materialistic element, we always think I don't deal with envy. But envy can be also seen, and when we want something that is in somebody else, in the sense that we want their looks, we want their personality, we want their kind of wiring and temperament and the way God's put them together. We want their gifting. We want how they're able to come into a room of people and kind of sort of become the center of attention. Everybody gravitates toward it. Like we want what God is giving to them. That is also envy, when we're wanting something that's not necessarily outside of them, but it's kind of more of what makes them them. All right. And so envy can, not always, can be seen in how you compare. So you can show that you're struggling with envy if you find yourself comparing yourself a lot with other people. You can see that you probably may struggle with envy if you find yourself criticizing other people on a consistent basis, or similar to criticizing is critiquing. So those three C's. So you could possibly be struggling with envy if you find yourself comparing a whole lot, if you find yourself critiquing others a lot, and if you find yourself criticizing. So if that's kind of the natural stuff that's coming out of your mouth, then it's a good chance that you are struggling with envy and dealing with envy. So then therefore, it's hindering you because it's the enemy to you stepping in and being yourself and being content on how God's put you together, as well as it's the enemy from you really stepping in and using your gifting. Does that make sense to you? You know what I'm saying? So, okay, let's kind of stop. Let's have a little discussion. So let me ask you this. Here's the question I want you guys to talk about. What comes easier for you? Criticizing or celebrating? So what comes easier to you? Criticizing someone else, or does celebrating someone else's win, or celebrating someone who does something really well and deep down inside you kind of wish you did it like that also? You know, what comes easier for you? Criticizing, complaining, or showing how someone did something wrong, or bringing about encouragement and celebrate when someone else sort of brings a win? Hopefully that makes sense to you. So, yeah, I want you to stop for just a few minutes and kind of discuss that question.